Okay, let's look at this question here. So this one, they want me to express my fx in the form of a double angle. So what I will do is I will take out my formula sheet. So I got three different sections that we always talk about. Double angle will be my last section from here. Okay, there are many ways to do this. There's no like a perfect way to do it. But what I always want students to learn is I want you all to be flexible. Okay, I want you all to be able to go from left to right and also make something else in the equation, the subject. And what do I mean by that? Look at this one here. I have cosine square, I have sine square. A lot of us will be thinking how to manipulate to look like this one here, right? Okay, I'm going to show you a different way so that you don't stumble when it happens to you, okay? So what I have here is that I have cosine 2x equals to 2 cosine square x minus 1. So what I can do here is I can make 2 cosine square x the subject, and what happens here is that I will get cosine 2x plus 1. All right, so because at the end of the day, what I'm going to sub in from here is I'm going to look at cosine square x, right? So I can see that I got the cosine square x here. And I'm going to do the same for the sine square one. So this one I'm going to reorder a little bit. So what I have here is that this is cosine 2x equals to 1 minus 2 sine square x, bringing it over. 2 sine square x is actually 1 minus cosine 2x. So once I have this one out, right, you notice that I've made both of them the subject. I can actually put it into my fx nicely. Okay, so you don't have to worry so much. That's all that what I'm trying to do is I want you to be flexible in the way that you can see that the subject in that formula can actually change so you know what to sub in. So this one is 4 cosine square. This one is 2, right? So just need to times 2 to this guy. Saw that? Then after that, what we're going to minus is this one here. Same, no different, but put a bracket. 1 minus cosine 2x from here. Okay, so this one here is 2 cosine 2x plus 2 minus 1 plus cosine 2x. So this one here will be 3 cosine 2x plus 1. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to go back to the question because I want you to make sure to answer what they want because what they needed was to state the value. So I always recommend, even if they never ask you to state, right, you just state just in case you forget lah. So in this case, A equals to 3 and B equals to 1. This is my answer from here. Okay, so we made it very nicely like this now. Okay, so when we're looking at part 2, all right, we want the greatest and the least values of fx. So this one is just by looking at the amplitude, so don't worry too much. What we have here is fx, okay, fx from here, this is equals to this one here, right? So they just want the greatest and the least. So when I'm looking at this, right, what I have here is that just look at this guy. So if you look at this guy, right, your greatest, let me just write down nicely, write the statement, okay? Greatest fx and the least fx. Okay, just by looking at the one I highlighted, your greatest is 3, your least is negative 3. So just plus 1 from here. So this is 4 and this is minus 2. So this will be my answer. Greatest and the least will do. Okay, you don't have to deliberately do in an inequality. This is fine. Okay, just listing it out is great. Okay, last one, part 3. So for part 3, I'm supposed to state the period as well as the amplitude for fx. Oh, how come they ask this again? So interesting. Okay, amplitude I already know. So let's not waste time. So amplitude is 3, right? We got it just now. Okay, they never say whether they want in degree or radian. So it's really up to me. Okay, I think usually most of us, we prefer degree. Am I right? Okay, but I'm not going to control you. I'm going to give you both, okay? So what we have here is that this is the fx. All right. How do we determine the period? So always look at this number over here. To get your period, a cosine graph, a full cosine is 360. Sine also 360. Only tangent is 180. So when I do this, my period is 180. Okay, if you want to live in radian, that will be pi. So this is your full answer for this question here. Not too scary. I think quite easy. Just take note of how you make use of the formula. Be flexible. Different ways to use it. Okay.